Okay, so we create our model. Let's select all of this that related just to the model and group them together. So in this way, it's easy to organize, and we also set to the red so we know it's our model. Okay, one thing what I want to do now is add some smoke, some additional particles, and we'll do this on a back just behind the model with a brush. We'll go switch to the white. We want 100% white on this, so right here. And the brushes, you can just use different ones. I have it one from the Ron collection, purchase on the DAS. So and this is what we're going to just use. And you can see they have all these different just places. So usually what I want to do it is add slightly in different areas. Here it will be a little bit trickier because we have all the lines, kind of like you see overlay does not necessarily play very well here. But I want to add around him a little bit. It will bring subject a little bit out, and you can play this with total different brushes, so you can kind of, even add like a little bit right here. Avoid putting below, because you can see if we put just right there, now we're messing up with the shadows. So if you want to put it smoke up front, just go up front of the model and add right here. This will be better because it will combine model and background kind of together, adding this effect. So let me go decrease size. So we'll add a little bit here. Smoke. Okay, beside doing all of this big generic smoke, you can also create a small. So for example, we can have it detail smoke. Okay, and this way we can go and select, for example, like this teeny tiny portion fog, yes? We'll go make teeny tiny smaller, and we can just add right here or some other places. So you can see how it will create like come from pipe, maybe, just add additional details. And with Vue you can render, but it will take a little bit longer time, so it's much easier here. So let's go to find brushes, and I have it somewhere. Smoke brush, there you go. Again, if you don't have it, you can just use different ones, but overall I do like these collections, and if you're serious in creation, I'm recommend for you to get it. So right here you can see all these different smokes we can add to different areas, coming out behind wherever. I'm just going to find some smoke a little bit and maybe place in some areas like behind. Okay, maybe on a truck somewhere, just looking from the can going. So you can add all these teeny tiny details. Okay, let's go also up front of him. And same things, just go right there. Let's add a little bit to the corner. And to the corner, I want to switch this to the soft light. So you can see it will just add a little bit. Just a little bit, kind of framing in some cases what I'm doing. So kind of a little bit framing our image. Okay, here's one way. You can use it this way. The other things you can do, you can have it already pre-made fog and whatever, and drag and put it in your scenery. Okay, so example again, here's the smokes from the Ron, and you can see that it's already have some smoke. So for this example, I can go select some smoke that I like it. For example, this one, we'll just click, drag, and drop. And right here you can see we have the smoke. We can change mode to soft light if you like it, and it will have a kind of darker, lighter effect, almost greenish effect. You can put it right there. Screen is always nice. It will just add white kind of effect. We can put it in places, but again, this is already pre-made. And multiply, just add dark to this one. But I think overall, if we're going with a screen and adjustment, I think that will work good. So again, put it up front. Model and background will help link them together. And again, we can just take and add a little bit more. So right here, I think will work better. Kind of steam going there. Again, you can select the different areas. Like for example, we can have this one, put it in, and in some cases you don't necessarily need to have the same effect. You can rotate. Just don't think about us creating in one area. We can create right there. For example, putting behind him, maybe. Yeah, we can do that way. Put right here, scale, put it down and drag and put it behind the model. So almost like a steam coming from those areas. And again, just reducing right there. So we have it kind of almost coming from the tunnel. Okay, so this is one way. We also can have it add additional debris and some elements. The one thing what I want to do at this point is add some grain. It is help to create and blend together a little bit more. Mostly when we look image, they have a different type of grains, and we can see different sharpness. With adding grain or pixelization over will help this fool our eyes to make it. So to do this, we'll just fill up with 50% gray. Okay, we'll go to now filter, and we'll go to noise, add noise. And this is depend on how much do you want contrast. 34 probably will work okay, and we'll switch this to soft light. Okay, notice at this point we add, you can kind of see grain, but if we come closer, you can see now that almost as grain make them match together. We don't need 100% opacity, of course. We'll drop down and we'll just bring a little bit, like maybe around 30%. But you can see with the grain, the resolution and all this start blending together. So it's kind of almost fooling our eyes with that. Okay, next I want to match some of the sharpness and effect. So Command or Control Alt Option Shift and E, same what we did before. And this is kind of global dodge and burn to match some of those effects. So we have an image, we'll go to Image, Adjust, Black and White. Problem with some, I like to do this on the end, because if you set with positioning everything, you don't want necessarily move afterwards. We'll bring his face a little bit brighter. In this case, you can place which lights you want to bring up, and usually, okay, we'll just bring this darker. Click OK. Image, adjustments, shadow highlights. Again, we'll go with 11 pixels on both. 100%, 100%, and we'll take this tone, bring slightly darker, and maybe those lights just a little bit down. Okay, after this we'll go switch to soft light, and you can see now it is kind of start blending better together. Again, we don't need all the way, we can just add slightly about 20%, but it will add all this sharpness and kind of blend tied all this together. Okay, let's go next. We'll go add curve. Now we'll go work with a little bit more luminosity for this. and luminosity I want just bring crush black removing and flatten, so a little bit less flatten, a little bit more flatten. Another curves. Now this will be color, and this time it's when we start adding color tonal that blend all of them very well together. So we'll do this scenic curve kind of. Okay, right here, and we can go to the red, but we'll bring to cyan color and recover a little bit on the reds. There you go. So right here you can see we have our nice gun converting, and let's go to add a little bit vignetting to this. So we'll all the way down, select tool, go all the way, fill up with the black inside so that we just mask out. Click on a mask and add feathering to this, so you can see how it starts. Kind of blending on the edges. Go to soft light, so we'll preserve some of that fog that we added to the edges, but it is bringing more attention to our characters inside here. Okay, let's do one more things. For example, we can add additional grunge if you like it. We can bring, like, for example, this is the paper texture. We'll go to put it around, fill up all screen. Okay, next we'll go to create black and white, and we'll link. So because I don't want color casting from this paper, vintage paper, and we'll switch this to soft light for now. Let's see how it's come up, and you can see it's add overall grunge to this, like to the edges. We can also go to darker multiply, but I think soft light will work better. And on the paper we go to create mask. We'll take round tool, brush, soft one, okay, and we'll go to switch white. Let's go with the 20%, and we'll go clean up. So I don't want to necessarily have it everywhere. Oops, actually go on black, sorry. So you can see right here, I want to clean up. I want to just add some grunge maybe in this area, add kind of to the lighting and fog maybe, but I want to keep it model, all this area a little bit clean. So right there you can see the kind of add, and all of this just help us to blend our image together. Okay, so right here we have our final image that we created. I maybe put just text over for fun, but we can do this on your own, wherever you like, and just add additional details, maybe a rays from the light if you need it. But I think this is a good start, and hopefully it's help you to see the workflow when I usually do when I used compositing, from creating background, select model, and all the processing. Thank you for watching these tutorials.